Hello everyone, welcome back to Pentiment. And yes, I'm trying to figure out the controls, because fuck me if I can actually remember them. What do we need to do now? We have... We, have to, we haven't spoken with Father Thomas yet, and we have to go up to the Abbey as well. I remember that. It's still so beautiful here, Martha. One more moment. Alright, take your time. Oh, hello, Magdalene. Dad, look who it is. Good morning, Mr. Zuckerin. Oh, Martha, Carl, how are you today? On our usual walk around town, November hasn't grown too cold yet. Dr. Stoltz said Dad needs to keep using the leg or the pain will get worse. And I'm getting old. Not so old you can't sit around at home telling stories. Listen to your daughter. You listen to your daughter, Carl. Hey, you young girls think you're my keeper, is that it? I've always been your keeper, Dad. No arguments from me there. Sounds like you have Martha to thank for your help. Given that the alternative is Werner, I'm glad to have something. Can't even find his ass with both hands. Dad? What? Anton would have made a better doctor than him. Anton, my poor boy. It's alright, Dad. Still miss your son? Of course he misses your son, his son. I think about him every day. I can't. It's my fault that he died. It's not, Dad. You know it's not. He shouldn't have been with me that night. He shouldn't have. I was a fool. What happened? I know I was there, but all I remember is the flames. What a fire it was. The whole abbey engulfed. I was bleeding. Anton tried to drag me out of the fight. Then that godforsaken Landsnatch kept stepped between us. I hope he burns in hell. That's next. Mercenaries from throughout the Holy Roman Empire in service of the Imperial Army. They are known for their colorful and flamboyant fashion, their ferocity, and their short lifespans. I can't even imagine what that was like. How old were you during the revolt? I still think of my mother every day. Nothing can save. Yeah, I still think of my mother every day. Nothing can make up for a loss like that. I pray I will see him in death. Dad, it's not good for you to dwell on these memories. I know, I know. You read an old man his weakness. How old were you during the revolt, Marta? 7 or so. I didn't understand what was happening. Someone brought Dad home in the middle of the night. It was dark, confusing. There was screaming outside. Mom and a couple of men who brought Dad in were trying to patch up the wound, but it wouldn't stop bleeding. She kept shouting, "Where's Anton? Where's Anton?" There was blood on the floor. You cried so much you threw up. We couldn't get you to stop. I couldn't understand where Anton had gone. Dad tried to explain, but... Martha, my dear, enough of that. Was that explain written with a Z? Did, did X not exist? No, X existed. I'm so sorry. How'd you go on? Did I? I don't know. X existed. X comes from Latin. X is just Latin and Greek and all of that. Did I? I don't know. Some nights I think I am there still. The abbey is always burning. My Helena passed not long after. I was left alone with Martha to care for. May the Lord bless and keep her. As he keeps your mother, Magdalene. I had to keep going for Martha, and somehow my daughter grew into a wonderful woman despite it all. I suppose that was all Helena's doing. Dad, if I'm any good, it's because of you. Thank you for telling me about that night, Carl and Martha. Time doesn't heal, Magdalene, but it does dull the ache. It's time we continue with the walk, Dad. Yes, dear, I'm feeling much more alive now. Be well, you two. Okay, let's pop into the inn. Hi, Max. Sorry I can't talk for long right now. Magdalene. Oh, of course, Magdalene. I didn't mean to be impolite. You have more courtesy than Otts and Apollo put together. Thanks, I guess. What are you doing? It's almost December. Preparing for the festivities is hard work. Mom and Dad need my help. They're not as spry as they used to be. I know how that is. That's not as quick as it used to be when we're not bedridden. Yeah, I know that's not as quick as it used to be, even when not bedridden. Still no idea who attacked him? Nope. He'll be fine though, right? Dr. Stoltz told me not to get my hopes up. Just because he's a doctor doesn't mean he knows everything. I'm sure you're what? Taking good care. Okay, taking good care. I'm sure you're taking good care of him, and I bet he can't wait to see that mural. How's the mural coming along, anyways? One step at a time. Learning about the history of Tassing is a challenge. At least you can read in other languages. What if there's a history of Tassing in one of those books that no one here knows about? Hardly. I don't think this town has ever been important enough. Suppose so. I'm sorry, Magdalene. I really have to get back to work. Be well. Okay, anyone we can talk to learn things? Who doth you be? Casimir. Can't talk? I see. He mute? Or vow of silence? I'm Casimir, musician with Alexander. Magdalene Druckern, I live here in town. Is he a singer who doesn't speak because he thinks it'll ruin his vocal cords? You Polish? Yes, from Kalitz. Kalitz. Isn't Kalitz in Kingdom Come Deliverance? That name sounds familiar. Alright, I won't take any more of that. What are you two doing in Tassing? Why do you not speak? Ask Alexander, sorry. Would take more than 3 words, I guess. Alright, I won't take any more of your time. Thanks, God bless you. Hello, are you one of the burgers? My men and I are in need of refreshments. For Nico, Hannah, and Killian, I am not Hannah. Oh, I just live nearby. I'm Magdalene Druckern. From the print shop. We passed on the way into town. Yes, I'm running it for my father while he's recovering from an injury. Terribly sorry to hear that. I hope he has a swift recovery. Thank you. Not much business for a print shop at this time of year, is there? Nor for a land house. It looks like the travel has all dried up. Happens every autumn. How'd you end up here? Don't look like a merchant. Ah, no, I should think not. No, this has just been a stop on my way back to Würzburg from Padua. I am Alexander. This is my partner, Casimir. Casimir, whatever. We're musicians by trade, travelers by necessity. We just purchased a new instrument for Casimir's in Padua. Their luthiers, whatever, are extraordinary. We're heading back to Würzburg for the Christmas celebration. Quite an important competition there for the Meisterfingers. Meister Singers? I don't know. The weather has turned rotten so quickly. The rain has been awful and the roads through the passes have all been mud. I don't know if we'll be able to make it to the competition now. If the passes do close before we're able to move on, will they open up soon? Is March soon? Oh no. Oh god, no. I suppose I should plan for us to stay here through the winter. Sorry, cats. It's alright. Do the people here like music? Have you ever been someplace where people didn't like music? Pains me to admit this, but I've certainly been places where people don't like my music. Well, with your patience and God's help, we will endeavor to find music you and your neighbors will enjoy. Look forward to hearing it. Thank you. Until then. Okay, no idea why he's not talking. Again, maybe it's because he's saving his voice for singing. Good morning, Magdalene. What brings you to the Golden Hand? I'm on my way to the Abbey. It'd be helpful to explore the ruins for the mural. Lots of history to be uncovered there, no doubt. You mind yourself in that place. Could collapse any day now. Don't worry, I'll watch my step. Be sure you do. I'd hate to have to tell Klaus I saw the last of you if you don't return. Say, Magdalene, would you mind doing me a favor on your way back to town? Anna's birthday is coming up, and I asked Red to make her something special. Killian and I have our hands full here, so I was hoping you might pick it up. Sure. You're a credit to your mother, Magdalene. Thank you. I'll have some of Balthus's fresh brew set aside for you when you get back. It's his best yet. I'll stop by the Albans on my way back from the Abbey. That'll be just fine. Be well, Magdalene. Until later. Okay, up we go. Or do we want to go to the Albans? Where did the Albans live again? Albans. Seriously not telling me? Well, guess I'll have to guess. Doesn't even give a quest marker, let's say. She talked to Sister Gertrude since she was a Benedictine nun at Curacao before the Clark brothers arrived. She'd be able to tell me all about the convent's history for the mural. Anyone in the shrine? Does not appear so. Sister Gertrude! God bless you, Magdalene. Hello, sister, I have a favor to ask you. Of course, Magdalene, I'll help however I can. I have a book, the Historia Taciae, and I can't read it very well. Can you help me translate it? Oh, I'm afraid my Latin isn't good enough to translate something like that. Its grammar structures are far too complex. I'm sorry, Magdalene. That's all right, sister. I'll have to find another way. Guess we'll have to ask Father Thomas. There was one more thing, if you don't mind. It's about the Red House mural. Oh, do you need more paint? I believe I have enough galls. Parasitic growth, which... Oh yeah, that thing. Galls stored away. No thank you, sister. I have more than enough paint. I want to ask you about the history of Curacao, actually. I'd like to include the Abbey's founding and the history of testing saints to the Red House mural. I wrote to Reverend Matthews since he lived at the Abbey, but wanted to see the place firsthand. Ah, Brother Matthew became a reverend, did he? He was always suited to such a role. But I don't suppose that's what you came here to up the hill for. You're curious about the saint's history, yes? Yes, I was hoping you could show me around the convent and tell me about its history. The poor clerics don't allow outsiders within the convent, even other women. Mother Francisca wouldn't like anyone coming in for such a worldly concern. Well, that makes my job quite difficult. Let me finish, Magdalene Juckren. However, Mother Francisca always welcomes those who are considering joining the order. If a young woman sincerely considered joining the convent, she may be allowed to enter and observe the sisters. Who knows what else she might discover while contemplating the holy life? Smart. Well, I suppose exploring all of my options can't hurt. I've always been drawn to your veil, sister. There's something about the fashion. Well, I suppose exploring all of my options can't hurt. Touring the convent will take some time. Would you like to go see Mother Francisca now? Other things. I have other things to do first. Very well. Come find me if you change your mind. God bless you, Magdalene. Here. Anything. Here. Nope. Mother Francisca. Nothing to say, okay? Hey, let us go to the Abbey. Okay, no way in here. Let's try the lower Abbey. Even the old guest house is falling apart. The vines have grown over the entrance to the old abbot's house. Okay, so no way in through here. Guess I need to go to the convent then. Let's go down first then. It's at your shrine. Martha especially likes to leave offerings for her. Okay, can't go to the bathhouse because we have no idea it's there. Could have told someone, Andreas. Anyone over here? Of course not. Where would they be? Always worth exploring. Hello, Smokey. You say to me, okay, Vaslav, I want to hear your stories. Nothing here. Guess we will have to talk to Father Thomas then. God bless you, Magdalene. God bless you, Father Thomas. Do you have a moment? Of course, what can I help you with? I wanted to ask you about tasking saints. I'd like to represent them in the Rat House. I'm thrilled to hear it. The saints will make a wonderful centerpiece for the murals. I may incorporate them, but there are other possibilities. Ah, then I will endeavor to convince you to include them. But you know there is one saint you're overlooking. Why, the Blessed Virgin, of course, Mary. Many people forget that Mary is the greatest saint. And she visited one of the peasants here in Tassing centuries ago. Did she now? The Virgin Mary appeared in Tassing? Why? As she appeared to give a message. Centuries ago, a farmer in the fields behind us had 3 visions of Mary. In the first, she told him that she wanted him to tell the bishops of Freising that she had appeared. The peasants traveled down to Freising, but the bishops would not see or hear him. On a short trip. It certainly is not, but the peasants had received the holy vision. What else could one do to face a divine revelation? The Blessed Virgin should have appeared to the bishop. Well, when you put it that way. Okay, let's not snark at the priest. We need him to translate the book, even though that option was very fucking tempting. The peasant returned to Tassin and had another vision in the field. The Virgin showed him a patterned labyrinth. She told him to draw it on a sheet of birch bark and bring the drawing to the Bishop of Freising. Why didn't she just give him the labyrinth the first time? See, Magdalene, you're trying to apply logic to religious apparitions. Doesn't work that way. The bishop attempted to turn the peasant away. Yeah, just glossing over the question. The bishop attempted to turn the peasant away, but he could see the drawing of the labyrinth in his hand. It was the same image that the bishop had seen in a dream 3 nights earlier. He met with the peasant who told him of the apparitions he had seen here in Tassing. The bishop was moved by the peasant's story, and he came here to Tassing. The bishop came here? He did. It's the only time the bishop has come to Tassing, has ever come to Tassing. And when the bishop came, Mary appeared to both of them. She told the farmer that the town needed to build this church. She told the bishop to support the town. Had no idea that's where all of this came from. Not a story I tell much anymore. I suppose the people here think of Moritz and Satya, their connection to this place. Mary is such a core part of their prayers that they forget about our particular Mary. But in our case, Our Lady demands were clear, so the bishop helped fund the creation of this church. The people of Tassing have been using it ever since. I mean, it sure sounds like it's historically significant, if not entirely believable. You're not from Tassing. How did you hear the story? I think if I include the saints in the mural, I'll place Our Lady among... Yeah, I think if I include the saints in the mural, I'll place Our Lady among them. I think that's a most excellent idea, Macklin. It will help reinforce Our Lady's presence in the minds of the faithful. A worthy addition for the story and the devotion of our people. Thank you for the story, Father Thomas. Have I convinced you to include the saints prominently in the mural? I'm still considering it. Well, if deliberation fails you, perhaps you will find that prayer gives you greater clarity. God bless you and your work, Madeline. God bless you, Father Thomas. I actually need you to translate the book. Hello, Father Thomas. Can you spare a moment? Yes, of course, Madeline. What is it? Well, I found this book, but I can't read the Latin very well. Could you help me translate it? The whole book? Oh dear, I can't afford that much time away from my duties right now. The Christmas sermon is coming up, and I've already fallen behind on Advent preparations. Could the matter wait, perhaps? I'd be happy to look at after the festivities. Sure. Of course, Father. Thank you, Madeline. Mary, Mother of Jesus, her painting has been here as long as I can remember. Me. Didn't say what the fucking labyrinth means. I think that would be an important, an important thing to add to the story. With Our Lady of the Labyrinth, what the fuck is up with the labyrinth? I mean, Andreas dreamt of the labyrinth. Westla! Okay, nothing to tell me. Okay, I need to find whoever the fuck the innkeeper wants me to talk to. Hello, Madeline. Hello, Hans. Do you need something? Just want to see what you were doing. Well, I was just about to leave. I have to meet Big York soon. Hi. Stuff in the forest needs doing. Stuff? To lift logs. Why would you do that? We lift big logs to see who's stronger. Fuck's sake, it's a contest. Against Big York? Does anyone else participate in this contest? Not usually. There aren't any others in Tassing strong enough, other than Big York. Simon's big like Sepp was, but he's not interested. He's always busy taking care of the farm. Maybe Apollo can join us one day. He's been getting strong. He's been getting stout the last few years. Alright, who's winning so far? Big York? Yeah, but barely. I've been gaining on him. He's growing older and softer with his council work. So this is a thing that men just do from time to time? Me in Yorkshire. I don't know about anyone else. You're welcome to join us, Madeline. Perhaps you haven't noticed, but I'm not very big myself. That's why we've got to get you lifting logs. I mean, he does have a point. Don't worry, we'll find some smaller ones to start with. Maybe it's put some meat on those bones. It'll put some meat on those bones. So I can look like you. Sure, maybe I'll drop by someday. Christ, you're gonna get a kick out of that. You really mean it, right? Oh, absolutely. Great. I should get back to work now. Until later, Megan. Till then. So let's start deadlifting as a hobby. Anyone we can talk to? Nope. No one upstairs. Still drunk, I see. Still a prick. God bless you, Meglin. And you as well, Gret. Nico sent me to fetch Hannah's birthday gift. Oh, Gret, yeah. Sick. This game would be easier if I actually remember the characters' names. But of course, I have it right here. Rather happy with how it came out. One of my best, I think. Ulrich would have been proud. Always loved your pastries, they're delicious. Well, the process needs plenty of love and care put into it. God's grace and honey. Off you go then. Nico is waiting. Give them my best wishes. Till later. Okay, off we go. And then off to the Abbey again. To very seriously consider joining the path of God. Of course. Very seriously considering it. But that is going to have to be left for next episode. Thank you all very much for watching. As always, I have been Poe. Please do remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you all next time.